Welcome to GCCars. My name is Eric and today we're going to take a highway POV test drive in this 2022 Cadillac Escalade. And in this highway POV test drive, we're going to take a look at some of the driving assist features and, well, most notably, we're going to take a look at the 2022 version of Super Cruise, Cadillac's autonomous driving system, which now automatically changes lanes, not only with us giving input and then it does a lane change. No, it actually decides for itself when to change lanes. Sounds pretty cool. We're going to test that today, but first of all, just go into sport mode because I know this is a 6,000-pound Escalade, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to do a mild little handling test. Nothing too fancy, just, you know, a little test of its agility with the 6.2 liter V8 we have in here. We're in two-wheel drive right now. There comes the understeer, bit of rotation, and there we go. Of course, a lot of body roll, but it's actually very well composed considering the weight. Let's put her back into Tour. That's the regular driving mode. Merge onto the left-hand side. And yeah, before we test Super Cruise though, just want to quickly mention, if you want to hear all my thoughts on this 2022 Cadillac Escalade, check out the full review in the top right-hand corner where we talk about the interior, the exterior, and yeah, do plenty of driving and see if it's worth $131,000. To activate Super Cruise, do the classic, adaptive cruise control buttons. Let's see the speed. If it's too slow here, we're just going to do a little cut and that's going to be fine. Okay, let's do some slow speed testing first. So to enable adaptive cruise control, we're going to cut through the video a little just to have different scenarios. Pretty straightforward. Activate adaptive cruise control. We set it up to the speed we want to. So that is 90 is the speed limit here. We'll see how fast we will actually go. And then we want to enable Super Cruise just by hitting this button down here. And now it turns green. Super Cruise is enabled. Hands-free system. I can take my hands off the road. You will see purple lights shining at me. Those are infrared lights that I am not able to see. That's only visible on camera. They do monitor my eyes. So if I were to look away from, well, wherever we're driving for an extended period of time, it would beep at me, it would rumble my seat and tell me, hey, you need to take over again because you're not paying attention. Because while it is an autonomous system, you still need to monitor it. But at least it's hands-free, and that's pretty cool. And like I said, if this doesn't go quick enough here, we're just going to do a quick cut to have different kind of driving scenarios, and I'm just going to label that in the bottom of the video, in the timeline. So far, it's doing a really good job. We'll see if we get around to having like an automatic lane change here, although the middle lane is not really that much faster. Let's see how it reacts to this. Didn't panic brake. Of course, it takes it a little more. Makes you know, it leaves a little bigger distance than other vehicles would. And now let's see how it handles this. Decent. Of course, these systems aren't necessarily meant for people that kind of just like push in between. Anyhow, let's take a look at the gauge cluster real quick. We have a map screen here, which is pretty cool. So we have the map down here. If you want, you can go for the double map. So you have to, I don't know why you would, but you could. Maybe for like a overview of the whole route, and then you have the details in here. You could do that. And of course we have our AR camera, which is also pretty cool. Which, if we had navigation enabled, it would show us where to go. We're just going to do that in the city POV test drive. I'm going to leave that for you in the top right-hand corner. But we do some navigation here with the screen so you can actually see how that would look. Let's go back to gauge view, and I think we're gonna cut the video here and go to don't do it. Dude, solid line, my man. Sorry. Let's cut the video. Okay, now joining here on the other side where we don't have the congestion. Let's try this again, but it's higher speeds. So we set up cruise control, Super Cruise, hands-free, and let's set her up so we get automatic lane changes. And there we go. it automatically decided, okay, this lane isn't going as fast as we want to go. Let's go to the middle lane. And there we go. And like I said, Super Cruise is an autonomous system. You don't have to keep your hands on the steering wheel. So let's just see how it does, shall we? Very well centered. Holds a good line. Good distance. Just upping the speed so we keep up with traffic here. Admittedly, I'm still always a little nervous in these kind of corners. Does an automatic lane change again. Ooh, what it does now. Okay, cancel that lane change because we started braking heavily. Okay. But even those kind of situations, right? Where even as a driver, that would have been risky because you might have just done a shoulder, like looked over his shoulder. And in that moment, they start braking ahead. So even in that situation, it did very well because, well, it has cameras. It always looks everywhere. Kind of the advantages it has on you. But that was interesting to see. See, now we got a bit of a merging chaos. This doesn't end in a traffic jam. I can see it up ahead. So we probably have a lane change here in a second. Let's see. Not decided to do one yet. I'm pretty sure we can put them up manually. We can do that in a second here, but I just want to give it one more shot to do an automatic lane change. And of course it's nice and quiet in here, but it's an Escalade, so you can't expect that. Right. Change the lane to the left, please. As you can see, we can do it with manual inputs as well. And even within a corner, it can change lanes just fine. The most advanced system we've had on the channel, by far. We've had Blue Cruise in the Mach-E, which unfortunately never activated for some weird reason, even though we were on Blue Cruise enabled highways. No, this is just, if you go on long trips, this will give you so much relief during driving because you basically just have to monitor. And then occasionally you switch in, you drive again just to keep yourself a little more awake, right? Because I mean, doing this for like 3 hours. Maybe a little far left in the lane there, but the BMW was also kind of far left in his lane. So I think that was Super Cruise adapting. No, it's a good system. I like it. Yeah, but that's kind of what I wanted to show you in this highway POV test drive. We're not going to do a test for like lane keep assist or that kind of thing today, because I think seeing how well Super Cruise works, you can kind of see how well the other systems must work for that. But like I said, we have 2 more POV test drives. One in the city. There we go, another automatic lane change. One in the city, which I talked about, where we're going to test the gauge cluster and kind of bit more how the car or the truck interacts in a nice to drive and like slow speed scenarios. And then we have one at night where we test the high beams and the automatic high beams and kind of see how well it illuminates the road up ahead. With that being said, let's take over manual control. Oh, it actually wanted to switch to the right hand side. Wonderful. I wanted to do that anyway. So it wanted to leave the left lane free. That's good to see, because I thought it wouldn't want to do it, but it does. That's good. Lane discipline is programmed into Super Cruise. Okay, anyhow, if you want to hear all my thoughts, make sure to click in the review, which is somewhere on your screen right now. And other than that, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, because the more subscribers I have, the more videos I can make about all various types of cars. I can't talk today, I'm sorry for that. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you liked it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.